I'm back.
Yeah,
Rather late.
welcome back.
Thank you. About a half hour later than I wanted to be, but I am back.
Yes, good.
Yes, Greg, you are first this time in the chat tonight.
Oh yeah, missed the chat for an hour.
Yes.
You should have gotten a notification because this was only the third stream, and it's my understanding you're allowed 3. So I don't know if that's true or not.
I got it.
Jeff is saying he did not. So
Oh, I get them, but they don't come up with them. Oh, there it comes. It comes on there now.
yeah, I'm not sure what's going on as far as notifications go. Sometimes I get them, sometimes I don't. What I do, I find when I don't get them is I'll just go in and redo the subscription and redo the bell, and that usually fixes it for a while. I don't like doing it that way, but that pretty much is the only way I figured out to do it so far. So what have I missed while I was gone in chat? Anything? Or in Zoom? Anything?
Darren and I, we talked about RAM, about Corsair, about NVMEs, speed upgrades for the, just like computer stuff.
Right. That's fine. Had no problems with that whatsoever. Hey, Jeff.
Hey.
Hello, Jeff.
Well, yeah, I understand you got some of that good Corsair memory.
Me? I do not.
Oh, Catherine.
Oh, Catherine.
My good Corsair memory. The replacement they sent me that failed within 2 years. That's not good.
No, I'm just pulling your chain.
So what would cause memory to fail? That's an interesting statement.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe poor manufacturing, maybe poor solder joints or something, who knows?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I think this the memory that I have should have never left the factory. Never left.
That's pretty bad if it's that bad.
Yeah, because
Excuse me.
Tired already. We just got started.
Well, I mean, just consider the material I worked with. No, I don't know. Yeah, I didn't sleep a lot last night for some reason. So, I may just doze off here. No comment on the quality of the conversation or anything, just me.
I may put Greg to sleep after a bit. I had a wild DaVinci Resolve idea while I was sitting there for 42 minutes waiting on her to get off work. And I thought, doggone, why can't I be on my laptop right now?
yes, and then what ID did you have?
Well, did you see the new, have you seen the new opening that I'm working on?
No, not yet.
Are you watching the stream? And Jeff,
Sorry about that.
so if you're watching the stream, I'm going to rerun the intro.
I cannot watch. Wait.
Just let me know.
Yes. Let me find the stream on YouTube. Yes.
It'll be under Ken Stout Live.
Yes.
That's not a shameless plug, by the way.
I know it's good. Wait. I find it.
Are your clocks all correct?
I don't know. Probably not.
I thought the COT matched one of the other time zones. But
Yeah, it should match Central Time Zone, and it does.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I was looking
Yeah.
wrong. All right.
Yeah, I have not shut that monitor off and or taken that screen down since I put that on there, and it works out so well. I'm anticipating getting my 4th one in place and get it up and running, and then I'll truly be a studio, you know. Get another
You have
camera or
room
two.
for all 4 on your desk?
Oh gosh, no. Two of them are on desk. One of them's on the wall. The fourth one will go on the wall, and it'll be opposite of what this one is over on the left hand side.
So you got one of those wall mount things? you
Yes.
can do?
Yes. Yep. Yep. It worked out really good. In fact, it looks like the monitor might have been moved a little bit because you can move it out, you can swivel it, and then you can move it out, you can swivel it, and then you can rotate it like that. But I did not mess with that because that looked too complicated. So, but it does look like it's been moved, which is possible. I had to get an ink pen today.
Yes, you can run the.
All right, here we go. The new intro is running in 3, 2, 1. Oh, well, I got to take that bottom part off. That's not what I want, but that's okay for now.
Yes, cool. Lift the letterbox.
Yeah, well, I've got to take the names off the bottom, and my what I want to eventually accomplish, and I think I know how to do it now, is I want my logo to actually come out of the mailbox and then fill the screen up. And I think I know how to do that. Like I said, I had 40 plus minutes to sit there and run this through my head and think, how would I do that? And then I think what I want to do will work.
Do a fade.
No, fade. I can fade it, and it'll basically look the same. I've got to actually shrink it down. I know this will sound stupid, but I've got to shrink it down, put it behind the mailbox to give the appearance of coming out of the mailbox, and then as it comes out of the mailbox, I will have to expand it to where it takes over the full screen. Now, having said all that, I don't know if I will figure that out or not. So, hi, Alex.
Hi, Ken. I've just been yapping to Josh again. I don't even know how many times he's done called me today, but it's bound to be over 20 at this point.
You ought to get a disposable phone number.
I actually do have one, but I only use it for calling myself to be able to test stuff out or stuff don't work.
Okay.
I don't give it to them.
Why does that not surprise me? I actually have one. I just use it to call myself.
Well, I can understand. You have one if you want, like you're saying, to test out stuff. That makes sense to me.
Oh, sure. Sure. It's better than having to rely on someone to call and say, hey, I want to test
It's a
this.
good reason to have one. Or if I want to call and mess with the scammers or whatever. And I'm being
Dan, I'm gonna reformat
Never call me back.
All right.
I'm just gathering my thoughts right now, actually.
Yes, good.
In this case, it's real good. You want to be sure to stick around for the after stream zoom. I may shorten the stream. Zoom out effect. Yeah, it's an MP4 photo mix media, and basically I tried sliding it in from the right, and then playing around with that. I kind of like how it ended up. And then I was sitting there thinking, I was so frustrated at having to wait for so long. I thought, how do I do that? And then I realized, I watched a video here a while back where they took an image and they showed you the image at full size. And they said, now watch this. And they shrank the image down and then they brought it back up to full size. So that's what got me thinking about that. If I put it behind the mailbox at the lowest, can't see it, and then as it moves to the left, coming out of the mailbox, it grows. I think that can be done. I think. I will have most of all night tomorrow night because she's working 2 in the afternoon till 6 in the morning on Saturday morning. So I will have an extremely long time to have the stream, have the Zoom, and then work on DaVinci a little bit. Took me about, I don't know, 15 minutes to fix the outro a while ago. I don't think it's still, well, the intro's not right either. I didn't even pay attention to how bad that was. In fact, how did that get on there? Talking about the line across the bottom. That's interesting. Very interesting.
The wrong file?
No, probably. I don't know. Oh, no, I know what I did wrong. Actually, you know what? I kind of like the names on there still. Yeah, I might leave them. I just reran it. It's showing up on Zoom, our Zoom stream now. So I'll play with it later. So Darren, what are you doing up at 4:20 in the morning?
Just talking to her. About Ryman stuff.
And you've got to work Saturday, right?
Yes.
And then you're off Sunday, Monday, Tuesday?
Yep.
Give me the number, I'll call in for you.
You cannot be going by myself on Saturday.
Is Saturday a hard day for you or an easy day?
It's usually medium, and there's usually two in there now, but now he's on holiday. And the other one will not come in on the Saturday. Coming on the Saturday. So if he's got something to do for himself. The last time he came in, the only time he came in, he was copying a book 200 pages long in the car. There was 2 of them to do. So he used about 400 sheets of paper and all the ink on the main printer. Took him 2 hours to do it.
How long should it have taken him to do it?
This is for himself on the Saturday. He came in when he was working. Got this downloaded book, plugged it in, printer, and printed up like 400 pages long, double-sided. And he spent about 2 hours on it, where he should be working. It looked like he was working, but he wasn't. The boss's son.
Well, I'm sure that has a lot to do with it. It looks like there was another shooting tonight somewhere. Texas, maybe? Let's see where Leon County... yeah, it was in Texas.
Latest one we had here was a more normal type of shooting, if you want to call it that. 2 motorcycle gangs.
Oh, yeah, that's normal.
Well, I mean, compared
No,
to-
I know, yes, I know what you mean.
If you understand what I mean.
Sure, no, I get it, yeah.
The Hells Angels and the Vagos got into it out at the dam over something, and then the Hells Angels followed them up to Boulder City and on Interstate 11 out there, and there were some rounds hit the civilian's car and some other things, so it was potentially dangerous to bystanders.
Well, I'm sure the 2 bike gangs were out there discussing the water levels and what we could do to save the environment, and they just had a disagreement.
Yes, sure, that must be, yes.
You buy that, Catherine?
I think it was maybe in retaliation for another confrontation that was had some time ago, but they're not sure.
Yeah, that
Because
wouldn't surprise me.
they did not call the police either, because that's between them, yes.
Oh yeah.
had
That's
two
not
fine
me.
gentlemen yesterday morning shot by two other fine gentlemen because they wanted to watch it. The fine gentleman had, so they took his car. But, you know, it's no big deal.
You know, we had a situation a couple of streets down from me sometime within the last 24 hours. The guy was shooting the gun into the air and some residents down there. Street was blocked off for a while. I think it was mostly just one guy went nuts for a little bit and they finally talked him down. But that's the nearest one to me we've had in a while.
Did anybody here without the guys, you can't talk about it, but did anybody here from California today? You cannot be a principal of a school and send certain people to the hospital if they're acting wacky. That's not equity.
Haven't heard anything about that yet.
You can send white supremacists to the hospital, but not anybody else.
I did see where the president authorized $5.8 million in student loan for a specific college.
Yeah, I heard about that.
It'd be interesting to see the
They were forgiving loans from one of those for-profit colleges.
right.
That should be
There's a bunch of students over. I don't know if that's the same thing you're talking
Yeah,
about.
it was a for-profit college.
Phoenix.
No, not Phoenix.
Phoenix is horrible.
Phoenix is still in business, aren't they?
Yeah, but for what they're charging, you go to Harvard. And I'm not joking, their rates are just horribly outrageous.
That didn't surprise me. And they have what, a 98% success rate because they guarantee you can get a job at McDonald's.
Oh, hell no, their default rate's up in the 80s.
Oh, really?
Oh, God, yes.
Oh, wow.
I'm sorry, yes.
I didn't know that.
We've had people try to use that to get their, benefits for education.
Mm-hmm.
They can't write their name after taking the class there. No, I'm not saying
I know it.
this is not political. They are just horrible.
Well, I have a friend who used to be a college dean who thinks they're not that bad.
As he went there.
No, she didn't go there, but she is familiar with some people that went there apparently. This was a number of years ago when I asked her about it because
Sorry.
we used to have a large University of Phoenix campus here, and then
But they had a large one in Phoenix. They really did.
that's mostly, I don't know what offices, if any, that they have here yet. I was curious about it because I was sort of wondering if it was worth anything, and she
They
said she
started
thought it was, but
I will
I have
say,
no idea on I have no experience.
on a political level, work. I will say to answer your comment, and I agree a little bit with it, is when they started out, they seemed a lot better than they've done.
Well, my question to her and the response I got was probably 15 years ago when I ran into their large campus here in Vegas when I lived here the first time.
Now, what was her position again?
Dean of Home Economics at a state university.
So she wasn't affiliated with Phoenix at all?
No, she wasn't.
Okay.
Well, Phoenix, right now, I will say, totally with this crap. When it started, it seems like they had a lot more money.
I mean, I don't know. I was just curious.
Well, they had the university, Phoenix had a Phoenix University, I'm not trying to know the words. They had one literally here in Detroit. I think they had Miami, around New York areas, I don't know where, but East Coast. Now they've closed most of those.
I don't know what happened here. There was a very large office building in where this is near 95 and Rancho. It's not too far from where you live, I don't think. I mean, a few miles. And that was University of Phoenix, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago, and then it disappeared. I think during the time I was away from Vegas. When I returned, the city was using the whole thing for city offices. And now they've moved out. So the building's just kind of sitting there.
They had building.
So the college that got relieved today was Corinthian Colleges, one of the largest for-profit education companies that filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in 2015.
So are they helping the college, or are they forgiving the loans of the students who went there?
The article reads
Per student.
yeah, that's what the article reads, but you bring a good point up.
They're probably helping the students.
I hope so.
Yeah, because they were.
So how many people remember late night TV when they would show you too can be an artist. Can you draw this picture?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they finally go out of business?
You used to see ads for them in the back of weekly newspapers and magazines too. When I was growing up.
Yeah, I remember seeing them there as well.
Well, I did, as I like to say, I did Jeff and Craig, University of Phoenix, and they got a horrible amount of aid.
All right, I'm not familiar with the current situation that much.
No, I mean, I don't know, how much aid was, but I just looked at it. That's the problem for any school. Well, they said Wayne State University, which is here in the Detroit area, and it's a good college, really is a good college. But what's happening right now is you go to take classes there, totally cool. A lot of people aren't graduating in 4 years. And it's hard to get that 5th or 6th year worth of student loans. And so
Yeah, but there's all kinds of places out there that set up as small universities. We had, I won't name any names of people or universities or colleges, but when I worked back in Tennessee years ago, we had a woman who was working there as what we used to call a secretary. I guess you'd call it an administrative assistant now. But one of her functions was to type, prepare drafts of documents from rough cut stuff we would hand it in. I mean, stick it in the proper format and all that sort of thing. And she was just incompetent. I would send a draft over and it would come back with more errors than when I sent it over. And she had gone to some little university there, and she did graduate from it, but it turns out it wasn't accredited at all. And part of the credits, quote, credits she got were from things like life experience and all that sort of thing. And then after she got her degree, she was unhappy because she didn't get promoted, and she didn't get promoted because she was incompetent.
Don't do that.
And actually filed a discrimination suit with the federal government against our department out there because we were a federal government contractor.
Right.
And the outcome of that was that our division director got some other division to take her over and use her for whatever they wanted, provided we paid her salary.
Wonderful.
Well, and that went on for about 1.5 years to 2 years, and then our division director finally somehow slipped out of having to pay her salary, and they told the other group, if you want to keep her, it's on you now. So it was just, but they did all the things you're supposed to do. I mean, have counseling about job performance, do an improvement, a performance improvement program, a PIP plan, yada yada, all that sort of stuff. But she was just unhappy. She thought she ought to be promoted into management because she graduated from this unaccredited college.
So let
Yeah,
me put this in terms I might understand. So she was working at Burger King while being paid for working at McDonald's.
Yeah, but essentially.
Okay, I got it.
well, anyway, real quick.
Well, it got her out of our hair.
Oh, I understand. I get
And
it.
it just, our division ate the cost of it for a while just to avoid any more
Issues, problems.
issues with the discrimination complaint she had filed and on and on. And her husband was a city councilman, city.
Oh boy.
So there was that too.
Yeah.
So all these things always enter into local
This
politics.
Wayne State, real quick, is SAT is 1230. Could be better. Has each year averages 25,000 students. Third largest college in Michigan. Was
It's a
founded
pretty good sized student population.
Yeah, founded in 1868. It's been around. Prices are fair. So the point is, and this is where they're getting, it's not their fault. At least I don't say that. It's people that graduated 4 years ago. You gotta have more money for 5 years or 6 years, And one thing that I'm not complaining, you're not complaining about, quote, sorry, is the student loans being $100,000 now to be, the problem is that state and schools are killing these kids. Now that I'm 60, I can say these kids, but
Yeah. Well, I don't know what. I'm glad I'm not young and going to college right now. I read the other day about some lady who owes $250,000 in student loans.
yeah,
When she started, she owed $150,000. All she's been doing is paying interest,
Oh, okay, okay.
and she's paying what I don't know, $700 a month,
well, it's just like buying a car.
and it's just. It reminds me of some of these folks years ago during the big housing boom and bust who took out interest-only loans.
Exactly. I mean, my daughter's got friends who are, with the loans, and the problem is a lot of them are paying just the minimum. As we all know here, you pay the minimum, you're gonna pay it the rest of your life.
Yep. You are.
Well, on certain types of loans, there's a provision if you pay it for so many years and still have something left, you'll be forgiven. Not all the student loans, but there's one particular class of loan, and I'm not informed enough to talk intelligently about it.
I do not know that, but I think that there's a difference between private and not private. I don't know the difference.
Well, there is that distinction, but even within that, there's some distinction on these things, and I don't understand it.
I do not know, so.
And,
but
and some of those that have, if you work for this company in your field for X amount of years, some of it's supposed to be forgiven as well. But I've read places where John worked at his job for 20 years thinking his student loan was going to be cut in half, only to find out because of, and it's one little stupid thing always, he's not eligible for that program any
Right.
longer.
Right.
Oh, that makes me so mad.
The other problem that I've seen, like, not at work, not with us, but some people, I mean, my favorite thing here, and the comedians who use this, I really feel this way. If you want to get a student loan, you should have to apply for it like you apply for a car. And if you know today, you still don't have to apply that way. You can say, I want, $100 grand to do this. But if you wanted a Corvette, you would have to prove it better than if you wanted a Volt or whatever. I don't know the latest cheap car.
Right.
Yeah.
But you would have to say, hey, I'm gonna be a doctor right out of college, so I can afford a Corvette today. Or I'm gonna take, Joe's studies. Well, you're not gonna afford a Corvette most of your,
But I mean, but yeah, the actual cost though is just crazy.
No, I agree, and I won't say I don't. But I still think that a lot of these kids need to.
Well, no, they go into it with blinders on, not really understanding what the consequences are going to be and stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, I know some that want to do, with my daughter, literally, there's a girl who wants to fashion designer. Now, Ralph Lauren makes $1 million a day, but average fashion designer makes what, 20 grand a year? I mean, she wants to be Ralph Lauren or, probably isn't gonna happen. I mean, my daughter took STEM. I mean, I don't care what the name is. I know what it means. You know what I mean. I mean, you're not taking liberal arts for the rest of your career.
What? They're no longer giving basket weaving degrees?
Only at some of these non-accredited universities or colleges, I wouldn't even call them a university.
Got to wonder sometime what your basketball players, what kind of degrees, and your football players for that matter. You never hear about the baseball and the track and the swimming and the volleyball. You never hear about those guys.
Now, you do hear about the occasional athlete who's majoring in something difficult.
Yeah, we had a couple
But
here.
that's the exception there. But I saw an interview with a summer intern at NASA. It was on the NASA TV channel.
Yeah.
And he was a college football quarterback, fairly successful, had an offer to play in the pros. But he had a degree in aeronautical engineering, which is why he was a summer intern at NASA. And he was saying, I'm going to play football for a while, but if something happens, you need a backup plan.
Mm-hmm.
A real black.
Right. I mean, which a lot of these kids just see the dollar signs in their eyes, or they see it as a way out of poor circumstances or whatever.
Yeah.
And like, my daughter thinks this is going to be a way for my grandson to make a living. She thinks he's going to make it to the major leagues. And I keep telling both of them, I said, he's talented, he's doing well at the level he's playing at right now, but one, he can be working a little harder. And second, even if you're talented and work like hell, you have to have some luck in the sense of being in the right place at the right time. So you get noticed or whatever, you get a chance.
Yep.
So, but every time I open my mouth, she said, you're trying to discourage him. I said, no, I just want him to be realistic.
Right. And back when my son was playing and had hopes or whatever doing it, that he was told if you want to ever think about playing in the major league or minor league, you need to be a catcher. That was the so-called shoe-in at that time. So, and he did not like catching. So, I don't know how it is nowadays.
A cousin who's, Jerry's probably around 76, 77 now. He played baseball for Pepperdine University in California. Back in the day, we had tremendous baseball teams. And he had major league scouts interested in him. But then something happened and he unexpectedly developed a health problem, killed any chance he had.
Right.
Playing
Right.
pro sports.
I don't know.
And it was just one of those things that happened.
Sure.
I'm not a sports expert. One I even remotely like baseball. Like that for statistics. Anyway, real quick, I had a person I worked with, hockey, and I don't know if you guys know anything about hockey. I really don't. But the uniforms you got to get almost every year, with pads, new skates because your feet are got a little bigger. I mean, his parents were doing like $1,000 a year for all the stuff he needed. And then he got in college, and he tripped and twisted his ankle, and he was done.
Yep.
He went to Hobbit, though.
Did he play hockey there?
Seriously, yes.
Anybody can play hockey. Gets an okay in my book because skating backwards, that's hard to do. So think about it. Skating forward's not exactly easy to do, but skating backwards, that's pretty hard to do.
What was it, Ginger Rogers who said when she did with like
Well, they were comparing, somebody was going on and on about how good Fred Astaire was, and somebody said, well, Ginger Rogers did everything he needed, but backwards and high heels.
That's my idea of hockey, and I mean that as a compliment. So,
Yep, it's
but
yes.
again,
I go to bed.
All right, Catherine. Thank you
Hey,
very
good to
much
see you today, Catherine.
for the presentation of your vacation. I enjoyed it.
Yes.
It's
yes,
got me
you
thinking
like
about
it.
something I want to try to do on a weekly basis.
Didn't catch quite all the pictures you showed, but I'm going to go back and rewatch the stream.
There's some really good ones. Really good ones. So thank you so much, Catherine. I enjoyed it. I hope to see you
Thank
again.
you very much for giving me the time and the possibility to show all the the photos I made from the different Navy boats.
You're quite welcome. So we all need to do this. We all need to get close to our cameras and look up at the screen so we look like Alex. Okay, ready? 1, 2, go. Good night, Catherine.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Sleep well.
Not trying to run you off or anything. She did have some good pictures.
Yep.
What I mean, to say like I don't know.
They had like, I don't know if I would equate it to Fleet Week or not, but they had a few
She was in
older,
Spain?
well, in her neck of the woods, whatever that is,
Brazil?
Bogota or Brazil, or
Yeah, but some of them look like sailing ships, right?
they were.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they were all built around 19. One was built in 1982, and one was built in 1962. I think she said. Some really good, really of the ships themselves. I was wanting to hopefully see some of them out in the bay and on the water. That's what I was hoping to see. And Tim does his planes, so I'm flirting with the idea of doing something with him. And then photomixmedia and obviously his pictures. And then I talked to my friend in Vegas today and trying to work out something with him. It really did put an idea in my head about all the different talents that people have and their hobbies and whatnot. In some cases, their businesses. It'd be just nice to dedicate a little bit of time and let them show you, say, here's this, here's that, or, you know, in her case, this is my vacation. There has been a slight change to the Biltmore plans for next month. Those are kind of up in the air right now. So we have to kind of wait and see on that.
That's an interesting place. My wife and her mother went there years ago. I've never gone myself. I couldn't get the time off when they wanted to go.
That's what the issue is going to be, is whether Mrs. K can get the time off or not.
Maryland.
Are we speaking, Alex?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Baltimore, Maryland. Is that what you're referring to?
Biltmore. It's in North Carolina.
Oh, that sounds like, yeah, that sounds like the, like, God darn it.
Yeah, the Vanderbilts.
Yep, the other one in that. Or is that library school, or library mansion? They have a lot of libraries.
So we'll see. We're trying to hash some things out to see if it can take place or not. If it stays the way that it's looking right now, we will not be able to go because Lorna can't afford to miss 3 days of work and she doesn't have enough vacation time built up yet. So the other alternatives is to move it back to the weekend, and somebody's being a little hard-headed about that because, well, I've already paid for my camping site for that weekend. Okay, Mom turns 84 once in her life. You know, you might want to think about giving up your Saturday and Sunday at the campsite. But we'll see. I would like to go. It's one of the few things I would like to see. Gas prices may be another small, well, give you an idea of gas prices. I was going to fill up tonight until I looked at the pump, and the guy before me bought 14.15 gallons of gas. Anyone want to take a guess at what he paid?
How much did he buy?
14.15, I think it was.
$75.
You're close.
Yeah.
Real close. 73 and some change.
Yep.
So I brought home their little card, if I can get it. Hard to do with the background, but anyway, you get 20 cents off, so that'll knock it down to $4.69 a gallon. I hate to sign up for it, but every little thing I can do to save money, I'm going to do right now. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's one thing I did like about living in South Carolina. Gas prices. Gas prices there right now are as low as $4.19 a gallon.
We have a waiting room contestant. Congratulations. And it's not Alex.
And here we're over $5 now. So.
Well, it was $4.89. The next grade up was $5.19, and the next grade after that was shoot, I don't 5 something. It was ridiculous. And the station across the street, yesterday it was $4.89. Today it's back to $4.90. It'll probably be $4.89 in the mornings. What difference does 1 penny make?
Yeah.
Are you making that much profit off of 1 penny? I don't get it. So.
I just found out apparently they've done scheduled, my dad's side of the family has done scheduled their yearly family reunion for August down in Texas, close to Houston, which didn't happen last year or the year before. It hasn't happened since 2019, before COVID.
Josh, with being just making a real quick comment, the other part that I've noticed is that every college right now has online. Not every, but almost. I'm sure
Yeah,
that
well, I mean, where I went, there's a lot of programs online, even things like engineering.
exactly so.
It ain't cheap,
No.
but nonetheless.
Yeah,
years
but-
ago, I thought about when I retired from what I was doing about going back and getting a quick master's degree in civil engineering. Because the little area I grew up in always had problems trying to find a county engineer. The county engineer there just basically supervises road crews and that sort of thing. And usually what they end up with is somebody with a bachelor's in civil engineering who finished near the bottom of his class because the pay sucks. And I thought, well, hell, if I'm retired anyway, if I could pick up a degree cheap, go back and do something like that. But then I read out the cost of everything, and I wasn't going to live long enough to make back the cost of the degree. So.
Right. I don't know that I would trust a surgeon, though, that graduated from an online school. I just got reservations about that. I give up.
Crickets.
I'm telling you. No, that's worse than crickets.
That's crabs.
That's
You're always.
yeah. I'll be here again tomorrow night.
Who's tough crowd? Ronnie Dangerfield or Henny Youngman?
I don't remember. It might have been Henny.
Now, I just heard it ding. Who wants in and where's that at?
Okay, no way, please.
Oh, Rick Lakes. Okay. I thought I'd try something new tonight. Instead of waiting for it to pop up, I just got the little box opened up
Hey, I
over on
still
another
have a
screen.
waiting room complaint.
You do?
When I come in, I hear all this thing about words about the songs stuff in the waiting room, and I see the Led Zeppelin thing, but I never hear any music.
The music's still not. It's still not playing.
Click the speaker, it's muted. Well, I unmuted mine, I still didn't hear anything. I think it's broken.
Oh, I
Good
don't
possibility.
The order, yeah, that's probably right. The order my stuff comes in for Ken's channel. The video gets turned on first, and then the speaker comes near the end of getting in.
Yeah,
I'm not sure how to change the order of that. I think it has to do with the single click coding or whatever that's done, but I don't know.
Right.
Now, when the Led Zeppelin window is open, in the right-hand corner, take your mouse, there's a speaker that will appear, and it's muted. Click on it, you'll hear the Led Zeppelin.
All right. If my poor brain remembers the next time I come in, I will try that.
That does not work for me, because anything on YouTube, I try muting anything, it doesn't unmute.
Yeah, I'm still having this deal on the YouTube of, I try to go to, let's say, look at somebody else's channel while we're having Zoom or something real quick, and then it says I'm disconnected from the internet again, even when I'm not. I have to log clear out and then come back in again. Still happening with some regularity. I'm clueless as to what's causing that.
That is
I think
odd.
it's going to be something I'm doing since not everybody's experiencing it. Who knows?
I've not ever seen it on YouTube. I've seen it on a couple of other things, but not YouTube. So Rick, your fans should be there by Tuesday.
Okay.
I think that's what it said. A little over $3. It was very, very minor money. A little story about that. I was trying to wrap them this morning, and I finally got so frustrated. I took the box, the wrapping paper, the tape, the scissors, the glue, walked into Lauren. I said, when you find time, do me a favor and wrap this for me. And she looked at me and she said, really? I said, yes. And I walked away. For whatever the reason, I didn't have the patience to do that this morning. But she did a good job. It looks nice. Hopefully it will survive the post office's machinery or whatever.
It's all Josh's fault. He's the reason you didn't have the patience.
Blaming Josh, huh?
Oh.
Only called me like 15 times today.
I would have disconnected my phone. If somebody calls that much, I shut my phone off. Unless they're a paying customer, they can call me all they want. But for a regular friend to sit there and call me or text me all day, I'll eventually tell them to stop.
And he called me. One of the last things he told me was that he wanted me to do his Windows updates tomorrow.
And what did you
Why did I
say?
need to
What's it? Is tomorrow the second Tuesday or whatever?
No, tomorrow's Friday.
Friday?
Mm-hmm.
His aunt's computer, Natasha's computer, and
Aren't they updating automatically?
all behind. We wanted
So wait a minute. He was just at his aunt's house. Why didn't he update him?
because he was too busy streaming and recording and complaining about not being able to stream and record because the computer's so slow.
Alex, I'm not giving you any help, but he wants to at 11, I'm assuming?
No. now all the computers, I've talked him into, so now all the computers are running Windows 10.
What does
It's
he
not
want you to
getting
do?
regular updates to 10?
You should be, I mean,
Well, no. I think they went in and set the settings where they have to actually look at the updates and approve the updates and then install the updates.
Alex shuts the updates off on Windows Pro.
Yeah.
I have a question, Alex. You're still gonna have to take that update through there.
No, you don't.
And how you keep it from coming back next month? Kind of private
Just keep
computer.
denying it like a guy downtown that I finally chewed him out thoroughly this time. He keeps denying the updates. I said, you're 4 months behind in updates. I don't want the updates.
4 months?
Yep, he keeps canceling it. He keeps clicking on no. Cancel.
I do them. I do them regularly. I just don't want them to be done automatically without me knowing.
And once you know what it's gonna do for you. Ooh, look. I'll do it. I mean, it's like, what color is your mom's Corvette?
I
Red.
don't want to take this guy's computer rights away for a month. And I told him not to. If he keeps screwing with it, I'm going to take your rights and I'm going to talk to your manager and you won't be working here for a month till you decide to change your mind. Leave it alone. No. Alright, you're done.
Who's shuffling what in the background?
It's making noise.
Yeah, I heard. And I was looking for the box to move, and it wasn't moving. So, or highlight.
With me on this, I can't move at all without this hardwood floor in here. Breaks every time I move.
We have no backups. No, I'm sure, Tony, they have backups.
No, actually, me and Josh haven't done a backup on any of these computers for quite a while.
I can't hear that.
You have an image backup from less than 2 or 3 months ago?
About 2 or 3 weeks.
He was, on on his new build we do, I set it up to do it automatically as long as he has his external hard drive plugged in. He does it every Sunday, every last Sunday, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, most people probably think I'm slack on that. I don't do it that often. Pull image back up that often. But I do have it within 2 months or something, and I've got all of the latest versions of all the software, which I can install quickly until the worst case I have to restore it
Yeah,
and then do a month or 2 of Windows updates, and then maybe 4 or 5 versions of several, or versions of 4 or 5 programs.
I'm going to give the Jeff warning here real quick, and I'm going to give some shouts out while Jeff's getting prepared.
You got a new one tonight, or still working on it?
Ah, hell, I don't know. I've done so much today. You're going to get what you're going to get, okay?
All right.
You're going to get what you're going to get, and you're going to like it.
Now you did say topless dancing girls at the end or something.
Yeah, I gotta push the buttons really quick tonight.
No, actually, I do like the Betty Boop ones.
Watch your screen, sir. Watch your screen.
I am.
Should be about a 7-second delay because I remember to change the latency, and of course there we go. I think I'm gonna speed this one up a little bit. It's too long. I need to make that about 7 seconds in length. Oh look, Betty Boop. Now I've got to slow the scroll down, and no matter how much I tried to slow the scroll down, say that 10 times fast, I could not get it to slow down any slower than it is.
It's all right.
It was really frustrating me. And I add a little humor, but I've got to adjust the humor again.
Go back for the humor.
No, the humor. I want to see how many people get that line that I just put in there. And then I changed that. So did you see how that changed?
Yep.
I kind of like that.
Yep.
So I'm going to let it run again.
Yeah, I like this one.
Yeah.
I mean, the other one's good too, but this is cuter in a way, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. And I changed how the logo comes in right at the end as well.
You still need to change PGs.
No, I don't. I don't want a copyright notification. It's the BJS.
And Polaroid.
I spelled it wrong, I know. Well, you are going in the waiting room. I'm telling you right now.
Polaroid or hemorrhoids?
I like the logo thing now.
Isn't that pretty cool? I like that too. I played around with a couple different things on that. And then once I got that one working, I then kind of fine-tuned it a little bit and ended up with this. I just got to slow the scroll down just a tad. Most of the time you can right-click and change the speed, but this one you cannot. It just makes me so mad. So when it ends this time, I'm going to jump back to my main screen, and when the logo pops up, I'm going to push the button. Good night, everybody on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining me 3 times today. I will see you tomorrow night